welcome to the Asian Pulse Television. I'm your host, Farah Khan. Thank you for tuning into your informative and educational network. We are broadcasting from the unceded territory of Samiamu First Nation, Kadzi and Kwatlain First Nation. April is a daffodil month, a time to fight back against cancer and to show your support for those affected by cancer. Make a donation and wear a daffodil pin throughout the month of April and celebrate Daffodil Day on Friday, April 27. April 8, 2024, there will be a bisolar eclipse when the moon moves between the sun and the earth in Toronto. It is expected to be near total solar eclipse between 2:04 to 4:30 with the peak happening at 3:19 a.m. Nigeria has been preparing for this eclipse for over 1 year. They are getting the front seat, and the city of Nigeria is also preparing from the overflowing viewers on April 8th. Happy month of Ramadan to our Muslim brothers and sisters who will observe fast during this holy month of Ramadan. We like to thank you everyone who came out to our anti-racism event on March 21st at the Surrey Public Library. We had the full house and the panelists were great. They shared their own experiences of racism. If you missed it this year, don't forget to attend it the next year. This is the season for allergies. There are over 3 million Canadians suffering from at least one form of allergy. Almost 600,000 Canadian children under 18 years have food allergies. Peanut allergy in Canada affects about 2 out of 100 children. 1 out of 2 Canadian households are impacted by food allergy. They say about 1/4, 25% of adults have a seasonal allergy. Seasonal allergy means pollen, some common symptoms of allergies like sneezing, running nose, watering eyes, headaches, feverish. When you are inside the house, to make sure you close all the windows and doors so that you protect yourself from pollen in the air. You can also get off-the-counter medications to control or manage your allergies. It is time for a short break. I will be back after these words from our sponsors.
क्या आप अपना ड्रीम होम खरीदना चाहते हो या अपने घर से पैसे निकालकर अपने किचन या अपने घर को रेनोवेट करना चाहते हो लेकिन बैंक्स ने आपको मना कर दिया है? आप मुझे कॉल कर सकते हैं यानी विक प्रसाद को। मैं एक इंडिपेंडेंट मॉर्गेज ब्रोकर हूं जो कई बैंक्स और क्रेडिट यूनियंस और प्राइवेट लेंडर्स के साथ काम करता हूं।
For more information, please call Vic Prasad at 604-306-6647. Vic Prasad is one of the top brokers of Invis Craft Mortgages and is also a member of the Canadian Mortgage Brokers Association of BC.
For any kind of visa-related services, contact Milky Way Immigration, a galaxy of opportunities located at Unit 209-9547 152 Street, Surrey, BC. They have licensed immigration consultants, placement officers, and LMIA experts to meet your immigration and recruitment needs. Book one-time free consultation either on Facebook or by calling 604-396-0005. Bollywood Banquet Hall and Conference Center, located at Pyle Business Center at 201-8166 128th Street in Surrey. No celebration is too small to accommodate you. They have newly renovated 2 halls to serve you, up to 1,000 guest capacity, top-notch chefs to delight you with delectable and heavenly cuisine. So just call Bollywood Banquet Hall at 604-598-2700 for your events.
United Pallets and Crates is located at 11585 134th Street in Surrey, BC. Give Sam Dooler a call
At 604-760-2028
or call the office number at 604-634-2001. You can also visit the website, which is www.unitedpalletsandcrates.com, or send us email at info@palletsandcrates.com.
अब हमारे साथ आ गए हैं विक प्रसाद जी, वो कि पूरे हफ्ते भर की फीजी की न्यूज लेकर आ रहे हैं। तो चलिए सुनते हैं। विक प्रसाद जी, आपका स्वागत है।
Thank you, sponsors. If you would like to be our sponsor and provide sponsorship to any segment of this show, get in touch with Camilla by calling the number 604-537-5123.
Hello and welcome to Asian Pulse. Thank you for tuning in today. And today we're going to be talking about a very important issue that sometimes we don't think about, but it does impact or affect all of us. And with that, like as we say, March is Fraud Awareness Month. And during Fraud Awareness Month, I have invited couple Sarbjit Sangha, and she's in our studios to talk about what are some of the frauds that they hear about that is taking place, and how could you protect yourself from all these kind of frauds. So sorry, I didn't say your name right. Your name is Sarbjit Sangha.
That's right, Sarbjit Sangha. That's right.
Thank you. And she's a spokesperson for the RCMP in Surrey. Thank you for coming in today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So today, as you know, and I have seen you in other channels and all that you are talking about March being the Fraud Awareness Month. So you, as the RCMP, and when people get fraud or scammed, do they really call the cops to complain about what has happened to them?
Yes, they do, and we receive a lot of reports, and the media release that we had sent out recently, this was main focus was cryptocurrency, because we have from last year over $12 million losses to members of our community from cryptocurrency. Last year we had 229 reports, which included cryptocurrency, and most of the scams that happen with cryptocurrency are investment scams. So that's where most of the money is being lost, where when people invest into cryptocurrency not actually understanding how this investment work and who's actually behind that screen that they are investing with. When they look at a good opportunity, sometimes it comes over social media, sometimes it comes from a friend of ours, or an intimate partner that we have met online that tell us about this great opportunity where they convince us to invest money. And usually once this money is invested into crypto, you are not able to take that money out into, if let's say if you invested $20,000 into crypto and now you have made gains into that crypto, and now that money has become $40,000. You can't actually take those $40,000 out into real cash. It's $40,000 in cryptocurrency, and you can only use it as crypto wherever crypto is being used. And as we know, cryptocurrency is not widely used. Only a few places where you will be able to actually buy something using cryptocurrency. So investment scams with crypto are very complicated. So we suggest that people do their own research and always invest with somebody that is validated by a Better Business Bureau. If this company that you're investing with does not show up on Better Business Bureau, there's a chance that it might be a scam. And with cryptocurrency, once your money is gone, it is very hard to recover it. So when we talk about a big loss, $12 million is a big loss to our community. Yeah. So that's why we wanted to make sure that moving forward, people who are still thinking about investing into crypto, that they do their due diligence. Do your own research, look up this company, and also making sure that this company is not going to scam you of your money. When you invest it, that you'll be able to get your return back. And there are other types of scams that are happening in our community, but crypto had been at the top because that's where the most money has been lost. And so 12 million was last year. We're just talking about the 2 months.
So who does this? Is it set an age, like 20 to 50? I mean, what is the age demographic?
There is no age limit. I mean, when we talk about who has the money, right?
Yeah, okay.
Obviously, somebody who's looking into investment has some money saved up where they want to get a good return on their investments, right? So it's usually people, adults that are investing into, sometimes retiree that they have a money saved up and now they want to, double their money, and somebody telling them about this really great opportunity where they will be able to invest and get, double their money overnight, pretty much, right? And some of these schemes are sometimes they sound too good to be true, and I think you need to listen to your gut feeling too. If it seems like it's too good to be true, it probably is. So do your due diligence, speak with your financial advisor, You don't have to be super rich to get a financial advisor. Everyone has a bank, and most of the banks have financial advisors. You can talk to them and talk about, this company that you found you want to invest with, is it a good idea or not? They'll be able to do checks and balances for you before you actually put your money. And it's still hard-earned money. So you want to make sure that you do your research before you invest into these companies. And most of these scams happen online over social media, as I said. So finding a trace of who's behind it is next to impossible. These are organized people who are behind these scams that are taking people's money and then finding a trace of them. Because it's so complicated, it's very hard. RCMP actually has a unit that's been trained to investigate crypto crimes, but it takes a long time, and sometimes it's so complicated that we're not able to get to the source who has taken the money from you, because it's just such a complicated investigation. So that's why we want to focus on awareness and educating people more so they don't become victims of cryptocurrency scams.
Yeah, and like you said, once it's gone, the money is gone.
Money
it's
is
very
gone.
hard to track back.
It is, yeah, very hard.
So this is one, but what are some of the others that you hear about?
Another one that I think has been happening over and over again, even though we talk about it a lot, in our community specifically, I would say rental scams have been on the rise for a while. Last time I remember I spoke about rental scam I was telling the community, go in person to actually see if this place actually exists. Especially say, you saw an advertisement for a basement or an apartment for rent. This is something that happened on Facebook Marketplace or another social media site where you found this place. You spoke with somebody on the phone, you gave them a damage deposit, and when you go to see the place, it actually doesn't exist. So what has happened now, it has gone one step further, where people actually go and see the place, give their damage deposit to this person who's saying they're the property owner, as well as first month's rent. And then when they come in to move into this place, that's when they learn that this person who pretended to be the property owner was actually not the property owner, and the property owner has never put the basement or apartment for rent. So your money is gone. Good thing in those investigations is it's most of the time it is the previous tenant who actually has the keys to that place that they showed you. They just pretended that they were the owners. So in those cases, we are able to track these people down, and we can investigate them, and charges can be forwarded in those investigations. But again, I know it's very hard to find a place to begin with, because rental market is short, so people have a tough time finding a place to begin with, and when they do find it, when they get scammed, it's really heartbreaking. So I want to make sure that anybody who's looking to rent a place, when they go and see a place, I want them to ask the landlord for their ID. You can ask for a driver's license. Driver's license should have their address on it, right? If they're the landlord of this basement and they say they live upstairs, they should have that address on their driver's license. And also to complete the landlord and tenancy branch form, which both parties have to sign. It's a legal agreement between the landlord and tenant. Once you complete that, that landlord is now bound that whatever money you gave them, that they have signed off on that paper that I am renting this place to you, so that you don't get scammed. So I urge our community to take those precautions so you don't become victim of those rental scams that are happening a lot.
Well, in my experience, I've also seen somebody take that rental agreement form, landlord refuses to sign because they don't want the ministry to know in case they are receiving income assistance or something, and they say it's an illegal basement and they don't want to get caught into renting that place out. So sometimes they don't even sign that proper document. They don't do that.
True, yeah.
Yeah.
It is very hard, and I know what you're saying, especially newcomers to Canada, they'll just pay cash, right? They'll just pay cash to these people to rent that place because it's so hard to find a place to begin with. But again, do your due diligence, even if there's no landlord tenancy agreement. Make sure that person who's saying they're property owner, they are the actual property owner. Ask for a driver's license. Take a picture before you give your money to them. So that way, if tomorrow you come back and turns out that person wasn't the landlord, at least you have a picture ID of that person. And now you can go to police and file a report.
What about grandparents scam? That's a big one as well.
100%. I mean, it's been going on for a while,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
and we always try to educate our community, especially our seniors who
Yeah.
are falling for these scams over and over again. And in these scams, what happens is that you'll get a call from somebody pretending to be either a police officer or a sheriff, and they will tell you that a loved one, whether it's your grandson or somebody else in your family, is in trouble. Like they were driving and they were drunk, and now they are arrested and they're in jail and they need bail money. And we're going to send somebody over to pick up that money, right? I can tell you that police or sheriff will never ever send anybody to your house to pick up the bail money. It is not going to happen. It is possible that sheriff will call you if a loved one is in jail and they might need bail money, but that bail money had to be, you have to come to the police station or you have to come to the courthouse to deposit that bail money.
Okay.
Nobody's going to send somebody to come pick up the money
your
from
door,
you. That is a
yes.
scam. So do not fall for it. Another thing I would suggest that if you get a call that your loved one is in jail, call that loved one first. If it says it's your grandson who's in jail, call that grandson. Grandson doesn't pick up, call your son or your daughter saying, I got this call, is this happening or not? So we need to have that conversation with our grandparents or parents who are living by themselves and getting these calls and getting scammed. So in your life, and I would say anybody who's listened to our interview, they have any seniors in their life, make sure you have that conversation with them so they know so they don't get scammed by this grandparent scam. It's still happening in our community.
But with AI, because they can record your grandchild's voice on that, so it is also so confusing that they will say, oh, this is me, grandma, or Nani, or Aji, or whatever.
Yeah.
So, you know, I mean...
Even then, do you know his number or her number? Call that number first. If they don't pick up, your next step would be who is the closest other family that
Yeah.
would know
Yeah.
if this happened, right? So don't just immediately believe what you hear on the phone. Try to confirm it yourself.
Yeah, and always talk to your loved one before you
Absolutely.
take the money out of the bank or hand the
Absolutely.
money out
Yeah.
to anybody.
Absolutely, yeah.
And also, there are some senior scam also going on, like the grandparents. Romance scam is also a big one too. that
That's
you
still
think-
happening, yeah, for sure, yeah. Romance scams, again, and this is something that happens again on social media sites, on dating websites, where people start intimate relationship with people, and then those people kind of start asking for money. You know, kind of like playing on their emotions, saying, you know, my mom is really sick, you know, I have to go drive to her, or I need to take a, you know, a plane ride to, I'm really, really short this much money.
Yes.
Kind of extorting that money
Yeah.
from you slowly, and then, you know, those relationships are actually fake relationship because you never see these people in person. It's all online, and even what pictures of them that you'll see might not be real. It could be, they could be using a stock photo of somebody who's attractive. You think you're talking to some attractive lady, it could be some other guy sitting on the other side trying to play with your emotion and trying to get money from you. So you just need to be very careful when you are dating online. Yes.
Unless you meet
Yeah.
face to face.
Face to face, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Another
Just want to
one.
make sure that we didn't miss any. Yes, so another one we want to talk was the fake bank drafts.
Okay.
And that has happened actually all across Lower Mainland recently. And these fake bank drafts are made to look like the real bank drafts. They're very close. If you were to put them side by side, they will most likely look exactly the same unless you worked in a bank and you were able to tell the difference. So what happened here in Surrey, what had happened, fake bank drafts have been used to purchase high-end items like designer bags or designer jewelry. Whereas in other jurisdictions, it has been used to purchase vehicles. So ours is still on the low end, I would say. Other jurisdiction has seen something worse than that. So with fake bank drafts, what I would suggest that if you are selling something like a high-end purse, and the person who's buying from you is going to give you a bank draft, whichever bank that bank draft was made from, go to that bank with that person to deposit that money. And once the bank confirms that is real money and this bank draft is good, then you hand over that item. So don't just take that bank draft from that person and hand over your expensive item. Actually go to the bank that wrote the bank draft with that person who's buying that item from you to confirm that the bank draft is real.
And during the working hours, that when the bank is open.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's, always, we always need to be careful anytime we're buying or selling anything. Yeah.
So most of the time when the people are scammed, they do report. Or what percentage of people do go to the police and report? Because there are so many times when, even if it was me, I get scammed and I said, oh my goodness, what did I do? The embarrassment, what would my family will judge me? And sometimes they don't do it. But always remember that it's not your fault.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, it could happen to anybody.
Yeah.
And by reporting it to the police, you are not only helping yourself, but others from becoming victims. Because what happens now, because you reported it, we have stats build up.
Yep.
Right? We
Yep.
had 50 people report.
Yeah.
We need to do more education and awareness in the community so
Yeah.
more people don't fall victim to that.
Yeah.
And also we see trends when you report it, right? It could be one person doing multiple scams.
Yeah.
And if you don't report it, we won't be able to collect that data and collect all that evidence that could point to that one person who then we can go find and arrest and charge. So it is very important, no matter how small the scam has happened to you, make sure you report it so that way the police can capture it and also share with the public so nobody else becomes a victim.
And I'm pretty sure that you said there were $12 million has been scammed. These are just the reported case. And like so many times, people feel so bad about themselves and they don't want to go to the police at all.
For
And they
sure.
said they will never recover, why bother even reporting? It's very, very important because if you are scammed, at least you are protecting the other person being scammed because then that's where you bring the awareness and education. So it's very important that you got ripped off or you got scammed, but you can protect the other person being in the same shoes again. Any last word of those people that they are watching you today, that if there is one thing they should remember all the time, whether it's scam or the real, what should that be?
One thing I would definitely share with the community is there's always new scams and fraud that are happening in the community. If you want to stay at the top of what's going on, you can go to the Canadian Anti-Fraud Center. It's a website that shares all the new scams that are happening and tips to avoid them. And you can also go on our website, rcmp.ca. We have a list of all the common frauds that are happening in our community and what you can do to make sure that doesn't happen to you. And we always encourage, if you were a victim of fraud, make sure you report it. Therefore, we can do more time on education and awareness and make sure that this doesn't happen to other people.
Thank you so much, Kapil. Be
Thank you.
able to take your time out and be able to educate our community, and this is very, very important. So anyhow, next time I will see you during Bisaki is coming up.
Absolutely. Yes.
And you will be back again to talk about how can you take care of yourself during that big, huge Nagar Kirtan that's going to be taking place in Surrey.
Absolutely.
So thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for
today.
having me.
Yeah.
My pleasure.
Please have your pen and paper ready to jot down the numbers. PIC's fundraising gala is taking place on April 12th at Fraser View Banquet Hall in Vancouver. This will be the largest fundraising for Guru Nanak Diversity Village, long-term care home for seniors. The keynote speakers will be Premier David Eby and ex-NDP Premier Glenn Clark. For sponsorship and tickets, please call PICS at 604-596-7722. Fiji in Focus and Bulla Beats TV is partnership with Angel Music Production are doing a fundraising for Surrey Food Bank. Hunger is not seasonal. They serve over 1,800 hampers per month in Surrey. This is taking place on April 13th at Taj Park Convention Centre in Surrey. For tickets and sponsorship, please call Sara Sharma at 604-992-7253, Mike Singh at 604-818-9405 or Camilla Singh at 604-537-5123. Moving forward, Family Services are offering free women's group in English starting on March 15th at 12 p.m. You can register online at hello@movingforward.help or call at 778-321-3054. Scam Prevention for Seniors will be doing the presentation at Ross Street Temple on April 7 from 12 until 4 p.m. 12 until 1 will be lunch and then the presentation will start. This is a free event. Please come out and listen to 2 VPD scam prevention officers to how to protect your loved ones being scammed. For more information, please email sgt.rita.raj@vpd.ca or Detective Constable julie.gilmore@vpd.ca. If you are organizing an event in your community and want us to promote it for you, please email us at asianpulse@gmail.com. We've run out of time now, and I hope you have enjoyed the show as much as I do to bringing it to you. If you ever miss our shows, you can always tune in to Shaw Cable every Wednesday at 1:30 p.m., Thursdays at 8:30 p.m., and Saturdays at 5:30 p.m. All our shows are also broadcasted in Calgary on Channel 10, on Shaw Cable Network, and also get uploaded to our YouTube channel under the Camilla Singh Shows. Before I take your leave, I bring to you these thoughts. I firmly believe that mankind is instinctively, unconsciously involved with the survival and growth of the species, that when an individual attempts to live selfishly, he will either fall or fail into despair. By Joyce Carol Oates. I am your host, Farah Khan. I hope you have a wonderful day. And we look forward to seeing all of you next week on the same channel at the same time. I am your host, Farah Khan. I hope you have a wonderful day, and we look forward to seeing all of you next week on the same channel at the same time. Until then, take good care of yourself and those around you. See you all next week. Thank you.